Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Testing Psychologist podcast, the podcast where we talk all about the business and practice of psychological and neuropsychological assessment. I'm your host, Dr. Jeremy Sharp, licensed psychologist, group practice owner, and private practice coach.
This podcast is brought to you by PAR. Check It, available on PARI Connect, is an online library of popular mental health checklists that you can use as a personal inventory. Stop searching the web and make Check It your one-stop shop. Learn more at parinc.com/CHECKIT.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to episode number 3 in the year-end review series for 2022. This year-end review series is just a series of short episodes where we talk about a few different aspects of your practice and get you to reflect on those different aspects and hopefully plan for where 2023. So today I am focusing on your schedule. I love talking about scheduling in the context of building a schedule that works for your life instead of the other way around. So we're going to be talking about questions like, did you feel overwhelmed? Is there anything you want to adjust? And what would you like your schedule to look like next year? Okay, y'all, let's talk about your schedule. As you're listening to this episode, I want you to take a step back and just reflect on what your schedule is like right now. Are you driving to work? Are you in your office? Are you working out? Are you at home? And think about how you have felt about your schedule recently. Revising my schedule is something that I do at least once every 6 months. I'm sort of continually asking myself whether my schedule is working for me in the way that I want it to. So that's what I would encourage you to do today as well. You can look back on your schedule for 2022 and do this in a little bit of a structured way. So first, you might just start with a big picture reflection. So without diving too deep into the nuances of your schedule, just think about, did you feel overwhelmed? Did you feel content? Did you feel spacious? What's the general feeling from your schedule over the past year? And then we can drill down a little bit more. So were there times over the year when you felt more stressed out? Maybe that's okay. Maybe you were in a sprint. Maybe you were going hard for a particular project or period of time.
Let's take a break to hear from a featured partner. I'd like to tell you about a real time saver. Check It is a library of popular mental health checklists hosted on PARI Connect, the online assessment industry's most reliable platform, that you can use as a personalized inventory. No need to search around or purchase from multiple websites. Check It is a flexible one-stop shop, safeguarded in a HIPAA-compliant platform. Learn more at parinc.com/CHECKIT. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
And then I would like you to actually pull out your calendar and look week to week and think about your, the more consistent schedule that you're maintaining, not the peaks and valleys, but on a consistent basis, what does your schedule look like? And I want you to think about whether that is what you want your schedule to look like. Were you too busy? Were you not busy enough? Thinking about what your perfect week might look like. Did you have time for a retreat or any reflection time? Maybe a think week? Were you able to step away and work on your business? So all these questions are good questions to ponder as you're looking at your schedule. And like I talked about back, this was probably months ago, talking about, taking time to step away. The idea here is to really just give yourself some space to actually make some changes on your schedule. And if you're looking for a place to start, you may have heard me say on the podcast before that intakes are the gateway drug. I stand by that statement. If you do nothing else but change the number of intakes that you're doing to reduce the number of intakes you're doing, or increase if you're trying to be busier, That is one very concrete step that you can take. So if you map out your schedule for the next year, starting as soon as you can, just set the number of intakes that you're going to do each week or each month. And that just naturally titrates your business to where you're only doing, intakes are the gateway drug. So, the number of intakes you do determines the amount of testing you're doing, determines the amount of report you're writing. You see how this works. So what can you do right now to change your schedule? You may have to look forward a few months. That's totally fine. But consider limiting your intakes, putting in some time for a retreat or a think week. Consider putting in time for the things that you miss, like maybe exercise or family time or vacations. Now's the time to do that. Put in the time that you would like to spend doing the things you enjoy. Do that first, and then figure out how to fit work around it. Okay, that's it. You've heard me talk about scheduling quite a bit, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse. You know where this is headed. So, all right, y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Always grateful to have you here. I hope that you take away some information that you can implement in your practice